Hi, family. How are you? I hope all is well. For those that do not know me, my name is Lesline, and I'm coming to you from Ma'at on the Mat. As of now, I have not done any mat work on video. My focus right now is to deal with the mind work. But trust me, the mat work is coming. And the exciting part is it will be done from rooftop. And so the background will change. This is just temporary, something that I decided to add because I'm home. I usually try to do videos outdoors. Lately, I've been busy. I'm dragging my camera around, but I don't have time to set up shop. And I thought, I have something to share today, so let me just bring it indoors. So once again, thank you for joining me. If you remember one of my posts dated August 23rd, I talked about one of the laws of Ma'at, which is truth, and I gave you the definition of truth. I went on this whole spiel about my love for coffee. I'm laughing because after I saw that video, I was like, clearly, you need to let that coffee go. And so I started drinking Indian spiced tea, which is a masala tea that I had enjoyed so much when I was in Tanzania. But the funny thing is, I was feeling sleepy in the afternoons and would be forced to take a nap, and I realized I needed a little bit of coffee in my tea. So now I have this Indian spice blend with a little bit of caffeine, and it works. But I still enjoy my cup of coffee, I'll tell you that. It makes me feel good. The other law that I'm going to talk to you today about is justice. Now I'm switching, I'm looking at my laptop because I always like to go to the dictionary first to get an idea of what is common when we hear about certain words. What are those common thoughts that come up when we hear a certain word? And we do that, or I do that, by going to the dictionary. So let's look at what justice is. Now, one of the things I never like is when they take the meaning of the word and put it in the definition of the word. If I'm looking to see the definition of the word justice, just behavior or treatment doesn't always help. But it says here the quality of being fair and reasonable. Now, when we're talking about a spiritual walk, having truth, and then justice, having a quality of being fair and reasonable is important. You want the truth and you want it to be reasonable. And that makes sense to me, especially coming from someone who's a Libra. I'm always trying to balance and figure out, does it line up? Is it even? Is it too much on the right, too much on the left? Another meaning for justice has to do with the action of law and getting justice when laws are broken, or if it is and an act or danger is applied onto a person in our need to receive justice. Now I'm going to tell you something. I remember when I was younger, there was a comedian on TV, and he said this joke. He said that he had gone to court, he went to court to find justice or get justice. And all he saw was just us, meaning black people. Not getting justice, but I guess in handcuffs, behind bars, whatever. At the time, it seemed funny, but what he was saying was, justice for some people is different from justice for others. Let me say that again. Justice for some people looks different when others go to get justice. There's that imbalance. But hold that thought. Another meaning for the word justice that I like, they use the word fair-mindedness and equity. I like the word equity, and I thought, let me dig a little further to find the meaning of the word equity. And again, it says the quality of being fair and impartial. But when I thought about the word equity, I thought of the increase in value that you receive when you purchase a home or land. There is equity and there is value. And I wanted to use that meaning of the word justice for what I want to explain to you. In my walk, in my transformation journey, I have learned to love myself as I am, and then love myself enough to change the things that could be changed so I could add more equity or value into the perception of myself, because my only concern is how I feel about me, not what others feel about me, which in turn will allow me to walk differently and make better decisions concerning me. That's how I see justice. Quality. Adding quality to your life. And so on my journey, in this transformation journey from one place to the next, whether it's spiritual or physical, I'm learning that it's okay to be me. The way that I am was purposed and planned. And if for any reason I feel like I need to make a change, it's okay. I can do it if I put my mind to it and be consistent in making that change happen. I hope that what I'm sharing for someone makes sense. So now, so far, I've talked about 2 laws. I've talked about truth, and I've talked about justice. Stay tuned, because we still have 5 more to go. Yeah? We have harmony, balance, order, reciprocity, and righteousness. Don't think that we're going to walk through this life and do whatever we do and not live a righteous life. Ma'at does not tell you that you can do what you want. And even if they had not put the word righteous in, everything else lines up to an overall understanding that you should be doing it right. Yeah? So let me share one other thing with you, because in my transformation journey, I transported myself. Every once in a while, I ask myself if I've made the right decision. Just every once in a while, and I'll share something with you. I was reading the news, and it talked about two young ladies, age 19, was assaulted by, in quote, complete animals in bizarre neon leopards. They were attacked on a train. It looked like maybe the F train or the N train or the R train, trains that I have used in the past. And it kind of concerned me. And I think what concerned me more was that passengers are now very nonchalant, and there seems to be no desire to help. Or I guess videotaping is all that you do. You videotape and then you pass it on, and you hope that somebody will recognize the women in the green outfits. I mean, look, can you imagine that? I remember around Christmas they would have SantaCon. And the worst I saw of SantaCon was people in Santa Claus outfits, Kris Kringle, and women in, what would they call the wife of Santa Claus, Mother Claus. They were drunk, they were rowdy, but they never went around beating up people, as far as I can remember. And I said to myself, oh, I'm so glad I'm here. And then I was watching another video where seems like there's no laws. Let me just share this with you. Somebody posted this on our WhatsApp group. They videotaped a bunch of people brazenly stealing in a Walgreens. I mean, the man's on his bike, there's security, he tries to knock the bag out of his hands. People are breaking laws.
Councilmen pulling out of the Bay Area because they can't make any money, because you can walk in and steal whatever you want and it's no longer a crime, so Walgreens is like, we're out. Prosecutors and say,
what's happening? I want to know what's happening. Why is there a breakdown? And it seems like common sense is no longer common. I can tell you one thing. I'm glad I left. Okay? Family. Take care of yourself. Be safe. And when you're ready, come join me in this nice place. Yeah? I'm trying to position myself so you can reposition yourself and be somewhere where you feel good about being there. I know one thing. I'm excited to be on this transformation journey, and I hope that you will continue to join me as I share with you what's taking place in my life. I will talk to you soon, as we say here in the Gambia. Peace and love.